everybody. How are you guys doing on today? I am super excited because we get to hang out with CaSandra McLaughlin. I hope I'm saying her last name correctly.
Yes.
But y'all know she got parentheses Cassie. Cassie is hanging out with us on today, guys, and I am super duper excited. And Cassie, I don't know if you are aware, but let me just tell you. You had me at the cover, my friend. When I saw this cover, I was like, oh my goodness, Cassie got a new one coming out with us, hot off the press, all of that good stuff. So, guys, if you're just joining us, you know what to do. Like, tag, and share. Tell a friend and tell a friend to come on down to the cafe because Texas is in the house. Cassie is in the house hanging out with us today, guys. Talking about her new release, the Barnyard Sisters.
Yes.
And of course, before we go any further, without further ado, CaSandra, introduce yourself to the people, my friend.
Hello, Angela. So glad to be here. I am CaSandra, Cassie McLaughlin. If you haven't heard, I am super excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited about talking about the Barnyard Sisters. This is my 20th book.
I'm
really excited about it.
I love that. I love that. Well, guys, you already know you are in for a treat, and you just never know. You don't know how much tea that Cassie may spill. She may give us some Texas tea, okay? Some Texas tea about the Barnyard Sisters. I love it, guys. If you're just joining us, oh my goodness, tell a friend to tell a friend because we're getting ready to have a good time. We're getting ready to get started. Her new book, as she said, so Cassie, is this book number 20?
Yes, it is. This is book number 20. As you know, I started my journey with my friend, my prayer partner, my girl, Michelle Stimpson. Back in 2015, we started writing. And so here I am in 2025 with book number 20.
I love it. I love it, guys. Did y'all hear that? This is book number 20. Number 20 is in the house, and it is called the Barnyard Sisters.
Yes, it is.
Well, of course, Cassie.
Yes,
I'm a book cover nerd, okay? And like I said, you had me. We're gonna talk about the title in a minute too, but you had me at this cover. And guys, let me tell you, it goes down in this barnyard, okay? It goes down. They spill the tea, they vent. And one of the things that we're gonna talk about too is sisterhood. Y'all know we love some good sisterhood,
yes, we love
all
sisterhood.
that good stuff as well. But Cassie, tell us about this cover, my friend. Did you create this cover? You designed it yourself?
So
What was that?
Michelle and I created this cover. I'm a cover girl. I work backwards. A lot of people write the story and then they create their cover. I got to look at the cover first. That's how I operate. Don't ask me why. But I said to Michelle, I got to have a real barn. Got to have a real barn. And so we started looking. And so when I saw the barn, I said, oh, this would be perfect. And so we started playing around and piecing it together. So Michelle and I created this cover. I said, okay, let's make it pop. So I said, because in the beginning, you see, there is a rug on here. We didn't have this rug in detail. And I said, we need a rug. This is like a she shed. We need a rug. So we found the rug and put it on there, and it just came to life. Shout out to Michelle Stimpson for helping with that. And we just took it and ran with it. And I said, okay, now I can write the story.
I love that. And thank you for spilling the tea that with your writing behind the scene that you got to have that cover. You got to have the cover to help you. I love that.
It's two things I got to have. I got to have a cover and some nail laters.
Okay. Now see, skirt. Okay. Cassie, because I feel like we on Cassie level. What's your favorite nail later flavor, honey? What is your favorite?
Girl, watermelon and cherry. Hands down, baby. Hands down.
I love it. I love it. Look, I am green apple and the pineapple.
Yes, those are good too. But I'm telling you, that watermelon.
Okay, tell me about the watermelon.
And then if you got a pickle to put it in.
Okay.
Girl, don't play with me. Don't play with me.
I love it. Okay, now Cassie, I think some people be sleeping on the banana.
Now, okay. Back in the day, I used to be a banana chick, but something happened with the banana flavor. I don't like it as much now.
Oh, okay. But we know you got your watermelon and
watermelon and cherry, baby.
Okay.
And my husband, it's so funny when he sees now ladies, he said, "Oh, you finna write?" Because that's the only time I eat them. I don't just go out and buy them until it's that time.
Okay, see, y'all, Cassie is spilling the tea. So y'all know when the non-laters come out. Okay, Cassie is in the writing. When the non-laters come out, that is her writing snack.
It's going down.
I love that. I love that, guys. If you're just joining us, they'll join us. We got Tiff's Happy Place hanging out with us on today. We got Mama Tony from Mama Tony Good Look hanging out with us today. We got Letitia, who said pretty cover, hanging out with us on today as well. We got Myra Cooks. They are coming from everywhere, Cassie, hanging out with us on today. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are talking with the one and only CaSandra McLaughlin, guys. Her new book, The Barnyard Sisters, and we just got finished talking about this amazing cover as well, which leads me into our next segment. Okay, Cass.
Okay.
We got to talk about this title, girl. The Barnyard Sisters. Okay, now spill some tea. Was this the original title or did it come later? Tell us later. Tell us.
Well, it actually, I mean, let me just tell you how I gave birth to it. I was in the car with Michelle talking about, I want to do something about sisterhood for book 20. And so I start thinking about what am I going to do? And so I start thinking about my cousin Monica and she is my first cousin. We are sister cousins. We grew up like sisters. And we used to hang out in the barnyard, lying on the hay, laughing, talking, singing Aretha Franklin, singing Diana Ross songs, dreaming about life, what we're going to do.
Okay.
And so I was like, it's going to be the Barnyard Sisters. And Michelle was like, yes, that's it. That's it. Yes, you got to do it, the Barnyard Sisters. So that's how it came to be.
I love that. I love that. And guys, let me just tell you, once you read the story, you'll know why they are the Barnyard Sisters. And I'll spill a little bit of tea. I mean, they even have like a little chant that they do before they start or after they start all this. I mean, it goes down in this barnyard. And of course, guys, you know, it's like it's their meeting. There gonna be some good food. There's gonna be some decor. I mean, it's just all the things when they meet in this barnyard. So I love that. That inspired.
And it needed to be that because when we were in the barn back when this was happening in the 80s, we didn't have a lot of decor. We had like our blanket. My grandfather found a lamp and brought that, you know. And so we were just like, we gonna make this into our apartment. And that's where we spilled our tea because my grandmother real nosy. So we couldn't talk in the house. We would go out in the back and talk about everything we want to talk about. So this Barnyard Sisters is like, this is how we operate. This is how my cousin and I operated.
I love that. I love that. Now, I wanna talk a little bit about this, CaSandra, before we kind of get into the book and all this goodness of what have you. This is book number 20. Yes. So if you had to describe your writing style, what would you say? Or you may already have a writing tagline. What would you say to describe Cassie's writing style?
Well, for me, you know, I consider myself freestyle. The reason I say freestyle is because whatever I feel like I'm going to write, that's what I'm going to do. If it doesn't hug my soul, I don't want to do it. I'm like feel good, cheese. Everybody know me know I'm real Hallmarkish anyway. So I like the feel good, cheesy country girl stories. You know, I'm not big on, now Michelle will say, Cassie kill people. I only kill one person in one. So you know, we'll do a little drama because we know everything can't be rainbows and peaches. We know that. So I'll give a little bit of drama. But if it doesn't hug my soul, because that's what I like, the feel good, cheesy, hug my soul type books. Yeah. Now, I know that everybody may not agree, but that's for me. And I'm a freestyler. Because I am not a full-time writer. I write when I feel like it. Okay. So I've been writing since I was a kid. So for me, it's, let me wake up and write a book today. Or I may not want to, you know, and I don't feel bad about it because writing for me is it's a feel good thing. It's a hobby. I love it. I do it because I want to, not because I need to.
Okay, and you do a great job at it. Let me tell y'all, if you have not read any CaSandra McLaughlin's books, okay, she have a backlist. There's 19 other books. We want you to get book 20 as well. Let me just tell you, you are in for a ride. She has some amazing books. We'll give her website information, all of that good stuff in just a little bit of where you can find her backlist. But let me just tell you, you will be a fan of CaSandra, of Cassie. You will definitely be a fan as well. Now, I want to ask you this, and this is going to kind of lead us into talking about the Barnyard Sisters. So when you think about these characters that make up this amazing story, okay, what came first? Was it the characters or was it the plot for you for the Barnyard Sisters?
Well, basically, because again, I have been thinking after I released my Christmas book, Christmas in Karnak, I was like, okay, so that's book 19. What am I going to do for 20? I want to do something about sisterhood. And so I started thinking about all of the people that I'm connected with, my girlfriends. And so I landed first with Monica. Monica is my first cousin, my first friend. And I started thinking about the nostalgia of that relationship, what we did back in the day, and how those memories can take you back on a journey that you want to just kind of stay on, depending on where life is for you. Because we all know life be life. And sometimes you need those memories to take you back, to reel you back in so you can get yourself together, girl. You know, I mean, I don't know about you, but I have to pep talk myself every now and then. So I start thinking about the feel goods of that relationship. And so I was like, okay, but I'm not going to tell the people what me and Monica did because that ain't their business.
That ain't their business.
So I need some characters. And so I said, okay, I need 3 friends. What am I going to name these friends? So I started thinking about names. And then I said, well, I'm going to pray about it. So I prayed about it. And then like 3-4 days later, Rachel started talking to me. And I was like, oh, okay, you got something you want to say. So I was like, okay, so Rachel, who are your friends? And so then Ava came. And then it was Cindy. But I didn't like Cindy. I said, no, I don't like Cindy. I told Michelle, I said, I don't like Cindy. I got to change her name to something else. I said, her name is going to be Carla. And so that's just how it happened. And I was like, oh, okay, so where y'all going to be? Well, I had already written Christmas in Karnak. My grandmother on my dad's side is from Karnak, Texas.
Okay.
So that book was centered around Karnak. Well, the Barnyard Sisters is in Baldwin, Texas. That's where my other grandmother lived. So I wanted to make sure I paid homage to both. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for the Barnyard Sisters, the setting is in Baldwin, Texas. That's where they are. That's where my grandmother's, that's where the barnyard is that Monica and I were at in Baldwin, Texas. And then you have pieces of Marshall, Texas, because I'm from Marshall. So you see that in the story. And then you hear something about the Beckham family, because that's my family, the Beckhams. So I tied all of that into this book. The book, by the way, is dedicated to Monica, my sister cousin. And so that's how it came to be.
I love that. I love that. Oh my goodness. And of course, you know, you talked about Rachel first, and the book starts with Rachel and her point of view or what have you. What can you tell the people about Rachel's character?
Rachel is a people pleaser. She wants everybody to be happy. She neglects herself. You want me to do this? Not really wanting to, but doing it. You know, she is that person. That's who Rachel is. Mm-hmm. And then you have Ava. Ava is a free spirit. She just all about Rachel, about making money. She want to look cute. She want to drive nice cars. That's who Ava is. Carla is a businesswoman. She's a little bit more reserved, you know. And she has her own business, of course, and she's the voice of reason. Her and Rachel try to be the voice of reason. Because you got to pull Ava off the ledge. Got to pull Ava off the ledge. Yeah. Got to pull her off the ledge. Thank you. Who is that? Letitia. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to pull her off the ledge. You know, there's always one in the bunch that you got to be like, girl, come over here and sit there.
With the sister friends. Yeah, it's always one. It's always one. I love that. And you have to tell us a little bit about one of the side characters, Kim. What can you tell us about Kim? Because Kim got a lot going on, and Kim is processing, and she need a moment. But what can you tell us about Kim's character?
Kim is, she's a wife, she's a mother, she's overwhelmed, and she don't know what to do with herself. She needed a moment, so she took one.
And life was life for all of them, but life was lifing for Kim for a little bit.
Yes, life was lifing for Kim. And I also wanted her to take that break to kind of find herself. Because sometimes you got to find yourself. You can be going through the motions of life, just doing stuff just because it's in you to do it. But then you're like, at the end of the day, what does all this really mean? Like, who am I even in the midst of all of this?
Yeah.
You got to find yourself.
You got to find yourself.
You got to find yourself. So that's what she needed to do. She needed to find herself.
And we got to talk about some of the men. We got to talk about some of the men. First up is Robert. Robert had me side-eye him for a minute, okay?
Girl, Robert is a mess.
I was side-eyeing Robert for a little bit. I mean, there's some redemption, but Robert?
Yes. But you have those Roberts who they feel like because they're providing, that's all they need to do. They need to just provide and go on with their life. That's it. That's all. What you fussing for? I'm here. In their mind, they think that's all, that we need. And that's not true. We need you to be physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually here.
Yeah.
You got to play an active role in your relationships.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Yes. And LaShawn, we got you, LaShawn. We gonna tell you in just a bit how you can get your hands on a copy of the Barnyard Sisters. It's available in ebook. It's also available in print, and we will definitely be sharing with you because, child, you gonna want to read this one. And let me tell y'all, this is a quick read. So once you start, it ain't gonna take you long. It ain't gonna take you long. Okay.
Something about that, Angela. A lot of people keep asking me, Cass, how come you don't write a full length? Not because I don't want to. Let me tell y'all, I started writing as a co-author, which meant I had to do half the work. Michelle Simpson spoiled me in that way. I don't have time to sit down and give you 45 chapters. That's going to wear me out. I'm going to run out of now-laters trying to do that. So, please don't get mad at me. I love novellas. Novellas are my life. That's who I am. That's just Cassie. So that's my skill in it.
Cassie, we love it. We love your novellas, okay? We love your novellas. And guys, this is one for the books. It's book number 20. We will definitely be sharing with you. If you guys are just joining us, as you can see, we are having a great time hanging out with Cassie's Texan style, okay? Yes, and she's telling us about her new release, The Barnyard Sisters. And like I said, we'll be sharing with you in just a moment how you can get your hands on a copy of The Barnyard Sisters as well. Now, Cassie, I want to ask you this, okay? So think about all the characters that make up the Barnyard Sisters. Some of the ones we may have talked about, some of the ones we may not have yet talked about in this story. But for you, is there a character that was interesting for you to write, borderline fun? And on the flip side, is there a character of this book that at moments gave you pause, that maybe was a little more difficult to kind of like flash out just because of who they were on the page?
I would say the one that I really loved writing about was Warren. I loved writing about Warren. I was like, ooh, I like Warren, Okay. I had fun with Warren. The person that got on my nerves the most was Carla. I was like, wait a minute. Like there were parts where I'm like, okay, I want to do this, but now she can't do that. So I kept having to change different things about her. It was easier for me to write Rachel and Ava, And then even with denim, because it's been so long since my daughter was a little girl, I had to think about, okay, what should she do? She's a teenager. So I had to think about that. But I absolutely loved writing about Warren.
Wow, I like that. And Warren's character pull at your heartstrings a little bit, because you be like, okay, and then denim. Oh, she really pulled at your heartstrings. Oh my goodness, that baby.
But it took me a minute with denim. I was like, okay, let me take a break from you. Let me, because I wanted to make sure I presented her the right way. I didn't want people to think of her as bratty, Sometimes people think teenagers, they just bratty. They want their own way. But I wanted it to be, I'm glad you said what you said about her pulling at your heartstrings, because that's what I wanted. And with Warren, because he's a dude, sometimes it's challenging to write dudes, because you're not a dude. You don't know what they thinking, what they feeling. You don't even know what language they really would be using. So I'm like, okay, would he say this or would he say that? So I enjoyed Warren. And I got to tell you a funny story about Warren. My aunt, she sent me a text saying, I need Warren's information. I said, I don't even know who you're talking about. Who is Warren? I said, I don't know Warren. She said, yes, you do. And I thought, I was sitting there going, Warren. I said, oh, the Barnyard Sisters, Warren.
Cassie, these characters real to us. They are our peoples.
Wait a minute. That wasn't even on my mind. I was like, oh, what's Warren? I was really just sitting there going, okay, maybe she sent this to the wrong person. But apparently she loved Warren just as much as I did. So that's good.
I love that. Yeah, Cassie, these characters real, girl. They are real to us. Look, Letitia is laughing. She said that is too funny.
I promise you, I was sitting up looking at my phone going,
Warren? Like who is Warren talking about? I love that. Now, Cassie, I want to ask you this, and this is kind of a little bit about your writing style, and this is something that you kind of mentioned, when you were saying with writing guys or gentlemen or what have you. What do you do for research in those moments? Do you kind of ask, like your hubby? Do you ask, other men that How do you get that feedback? Like sometimes when you kind of run into that with writers, with writing a particular character, do sometimes you get feedback, you do research, or you go online? What does that look like for Cassie?
Girl, I get all my research from Michelle Stimson. I look at I'm so thankful for Michelle. Michelle will say, I'll say, Michelle, does this make sense? And she'll be like, girl, no, he can't do that. That's too far. Don't take it there. It's Christian fiction, so there's a line that you just can't cross. So I was like, is that a little risky? So everything that I write when it comes to developing those characters, I run it by her. Michelle got 6,000 books. So
we love Michelle.
Who else you gonna ask? So I always call Michelle. We have those conversations about what I'm thinking, and then if it's something that is too far-fetched, she'll be like, no. And then she'll say, well, what about this? Or what about that? And what about this? And I said, Michelle, that's too many what abouts. Narrow it down.
I love it. And they're giving Michelle Stimson love as well. And look, Cassie, Mama Tony said Warren has a fan club. Yes, he does. Warren has a fan club. Okay. And then LaShawn, check this out. LaShawn said, what is Auntie going to do with Warren's information?
Exactly. That's a good question.
I love that. Okay, now, Cassie, are you good with giving us a little snippet, reading a little snippet, a short bit of the book? Are you okay with that? Or
okay, I'm gonna read something that it's a flashback. I love flashback moments.
I love flashback too.
I love music. So this is at the beginning of the book, on page 8, where Rachel has had a moment, and so Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody is playing on the radio. And so it says, Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody burst through the speakers, and a bittersweet smile tugged at her lips. Her mind drifted back to 1987. It was her, Abel, and Rachel at a high school dance. Ava with her fly, salt and pepper haircut.
Yes.
In a denim jacket covered with friendship pins, Guess jeans, matching top, and Carla rocking neon pink like tights, like it was nobody's business. And there was Rachel, the awkward one, wearing her Irene Cara Fame oversized sweatshirt and stirrups, trying to find her place in the middle of it all. But as Whitney sung, we danced without a care in the world. We were young, free, and full of hope. I wanted to read that because sometimes when I'm in my car and I'm having a moment and a song come on and it take me back, I have those type of memories, which is why I put it in the book.
Yes.
Sometimes when you can think back to how when you were carefree with no care in the world, full of hope, those are the moments that help reel you back in. So that's
you know what, and I'm so glad that you read that snippet, because like you said, the nostalgia of it all.
Yes.
And that particular song, I don't care if you in the grocery store, the car, wherever, you gonna be bought. That song just does it, or what have you.
It's just songs like Montel Jordan, This Is How We Do It.
Yes.
I don't care, baby. You could be at a funeral. Somebody got that playing in the parking lot. You gonna, this is how we do it. I'm telling you, you're gonna be all the way in. I love it. Who is that?
Yes. And Cassie, that actually leads me into the next question. Guys, once you read this book, let me just tell you, okay, Cassie give you a bonus, okay? Cassie give you an extensive playlist, okay? No, this is not like 2-3 songs, not even 5 or 10. It's a plethora of songs on this playlist. Cassie, can you tell us about this playlist, my friend? Can you tell us about this playlist? And is this playlist available on your website as well? I mean, where else can they get the playlist? But we want you to get the book too. So if you get it, so you can have this playlist, that's another reason to get the book.
These are songs I was listening to as I was writing. So I was like, oh, this is the Barnyard Sisters playlist. Because I'm old schoolish. You know, I got to have the Candy Girl and Tevin Campbell. Can we talk for a minute? LL Cool J, I Need Love. It's my prerogative. Bobby Brown, you know. So all of these, and not just, you know, I can't go for that. No can do. You know, just all kinds of songs. I love all genres of music.
Me too.
So, yeah, I can feel it coming.
Yes. I was with
playlist. That's a whole vibe by itself.
Yes.
So I said, you know what? I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet and no. So I start putting all of those songs on my Barnyard Sisters playlist, because these are songs that I grew up listening to. And I just wanted to share that. I'm sorry, I should have created a Spotify Barnyard Sisters playlist and shared it on my website. But it is in the back. It's in the back, the Barnyard Sisters playlist.
Y'all, look, this, Cassie, this is a playlist of playlists. Okay. And I love a good book playlist. When I saw this playlist, I almost lost it. I said, oh my goodness, check out this. And then, like you said, when you start hearing the songs that you're naming, it really takes you back. And it's just that feel good music. So thank you for sharing that playlist with us as well.
Yeah, those are the songs that was helping me while I was writing. So every time I'm writing, I'm listening to that old school music. I got my now laters. I'm smacking and typing and writing. And that's just what it was. I did the same thing for Christmas in Karnak. There's a Christmas playlist on there for all of my Christmas songs. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do that for the Barnyard Sisters, because that's what I was doing, listening to music and vibing out and writing.
I love that. I love that. Well, Cassie, we have to play a quick round of this or that, my friend. I promise you there is no right or wrong answer, because it is all things to author CaSandra McLaughlin on today. Are you ready, my friend?
I'm ready.
Okay, Cassie, are you a morning person or night owl, my friend? Morning person or night owl?
For me, I don't like being up late at night.
Okay.
Not on purpose.
Okay, Cassie, plane ride or road trip? Plane ride or road trip, my friend?
Road trip.
Look, and I know the playlist is lit.
Yes,
okay, I know your
massive.
playlist is lit. Now, do you have
Yes.
some riding some driving snacks?
Yes, girl.
Okay.
And I don't even know if y'all have Buc-ee's or not, but in Texas, Buc-ee's is a thing. So you got to stop at Buc-ee's to get all your road trip snacks.
I love it. I love it. Okay, Cassie, beach or mountains, my friend? Beach or mountains?
Um, Probably the beach. Probably the
Okay,
beach.
okay. Now, is Cassie a fall kind of girl or is she spring? Fall or spring?
Girl, definitely spring. Definitely spring.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Last one, Cassie. We gotta know this one for the cafe, my friend. Are you team tea or are you team coffee?
Girl, I'm from Texas. Southern sweet tea with lemons.
And y'all, she Pacific. Did you hear it?
Yes.
Southern sweet tea with lemons.
With
Okay, I
lemons.
love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Cassie, for playing around of this or that with us. Oh my goodness. And the time
Yes.
goes by so fast. We have been having an amazing time hanging
Yes, we
out with
do.
you on today, my friend. And of course, guys, there is a giveaway. I'm going to let Cassie share with you what her giveaway is going to be on this evening. Cassie.
Okay, so if we have people who, how many, can we do a poll? How many people actually have the book? Because
Okay.
if they
Put in the
don't,
comments,
then
guys,
will.
real quick. If you have read the book, give me a thumbs up just so we can kind of see. We're just kind of polling you a little bit. If you have the book, if you guys can put that in the comment section as well. And while they're doing that, Cassie, let's see. Yep, they're putting it. They're doing it.
Okay, because I want to give away a copy of the book if they want. If they don't have the book, I want to give away either an ebook or a hard copy. Of course, I'll mail it. Sign it, autograph it, send
Okay.
it to them.
I love it. So, guys, she's doing a reader's choice. So the winner,
Yeah.
you can either do the ebook copy or the print copy. Just let us know which one that you want. And of course, if you do the print copy, it will be an autograph copy. I love that. I love that. And Cassie, what we're going to do, my friend, is I'm going to get your help. I'm going to go up and down the comment section, my friend. You're going to tell me when to stop. And then that person will be the winner of a copy of the Barnyard Sisters.
Okay.
Either ebook or a print. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm ready when you are, Cassie. Just tell me when to
ready.
stop.
All right. Stop.
Okay. Miss Ola, you are next. You are the winner of a copy of the Barnyard. If you will inbox me, let me know first of all if you want the ebook or if you want the print, and then if whichever one that you want, send me your information accordingly. So the ebook, of course, send me your email address. If print, send me your information, and we will make sure that you get a copy of the Barnyard Sisters. Congratulations, Ola! Thank you so much for joining us and having fun with us on today. Oh my goodness, Cassie, our time is almost up, my friend. But before you tell us how we can get our hands on a copy of this book, I want for you to share with us, what did Cassie enjoy about writing the Barnyard Sisters?
I enjoyed taking the trip back down memory lane. I always love feel good. The older I get, the more thankful I am for those type relationships. You can live your whole life and have a whole bunch of different friends. But when you have the ones that show up and are there for you throughout your childhood, throughout your life, that's important, you know? And I think sometimes we take those type of friendships for granted. It takes a lot. You have to nurture friendships like anything, your friendships, just like you do your regular husband-wife relationships. And for me, my cousin now lives in London. And so we don't get to have those moments like we used to. And during that time, I had a lot going on, and she was just there. And I was like, you know what? I want to write something about us as well. I want to tie all of those things together. And so when I told her I was gonna go ahead and dedicate the book to her, she started crying. I was like, oh my God, now I'm crying. And so it just meant a lot to me to do that. Sisterhood is sometimes often rare, but it's beautiful when you can have some sister friends that you can reminisce and hang out with and support and pray together and just have that bond, because oftentimes we are painted in such a different light because of reality TV and things like that. And so I was like, you know what? Let me write a feel good about sisterhood, about sticking together no matter what life deals you. You get lemons, make some lemonade, lemon cookies, lemon margaritas, whatever, but just stay together and have that bond. And so that's why it was important for me to write that.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing
Thank
that with us
you.
as well. And they, excuse me, in the comment section, they are agreeing with you. A lot of people enjoy reading books about sisterhood, all of
Yes.
that good stuff as well. And they are ready. They're even asking already, how, can they purchase a signed copy, all that good stuff as well. So, guys,
Yes.
she's getting ready to tell you how you can get your hands on a copy of the Barnyard Sisters. I mean, the Barnyard Sisters.
Yes, the Barnyard Sisters is, of course, it's on Amazon, but it's also, you can get it on my website. You can go to CaSandra McLaughlin.com, but you can go to Amazon. It's there. If you want a physical copy with my autograph on it, you can email me at Cassie.McLaughlin9@gmail.com and include your address. Just say, Cassie, please mail me a book, and I'll tell you how you can pay to get that shipped to you, because I don't mind doing that. If you live in the DFW area, I have met people at Chick-fil-A to bring them a book. So
I love it.
If you live in the Dallas area and you say, I don't want to pay for shipping, can you meet me? Absolutely. I'm not untouchable. Just again, you can email me, Cassie.McLaughlin9@gmail.com. And if you want to follow me, I'm on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook as Author CaSandra McLaughlin, or my regular page, CaSandra McLaughlin. Those are the ways that you can contact me.
I love it, guys. I definitely make sure that you stay connected with author CaSandra McLaughlin. Of course, if you want a print copy that's autographed, we'll make sure we put that information in the comment section, as well as how you can order an ebook copy of the book, all of that good stuff as well, guys. And of course, once you guys read it, definitely leave a review. I know that Cassie will be so appreciative of you guys leaving a review. And not only just leave a review, guys, let me just tell you, tell a friend to tell a friend about the Barnyard Sisters. Or hey, get your sister friends together and you guys read it as a group. Book clubs out there, perfect book club reading.
And speaking of book clubs, I do those too.
You may come and talk to your book club. I mean, virtual is a thing now,
Yes, it is. I do book club meetings as well. Like I said, sisterhood means a lot to me. It does. And I hope that this book will encourage you in some kind of way. It's going to give you all the feels. You're going to laugh. You're going to cry. You might be mad at a few people, but that's only for people.
And Cassie, all I wanted to know, do you have a newsletter that they can sign up for too on your website? Or
if you go to my website, it says contact. Leave it there, and then when I have something going on, I will definitely send you out an email to let you know what the next thing is. Yes, ma'am.
I love that. I love that. Well, Cassie, thank you so much, my friend, for hanging out with us at the cafe, talking about your new release, The Barnyard Sisters. We have had an amazing time, and she has shared with you guys how you can stay connected with her. You can go to her website. You can complete the contact form to get her newsletter or get information that's going on for her as an author, new books, all that good stuff as well. And guys, I'm sure on her website, check out her backlist for any of her other books as well. Order those too. Books make great gifts, all that good stuff as well. So again, Cassie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
To allow you, my friend, to have the last words of what you want to say to the people.
Well, I just want to say thank you to all of you who have supported me throughout the years, and those of you who just met me. I want to say, if you read my book, I pray that something that I say will be an encouragement to you on your journey, because that's why I do what I do, because I want to encourage somebody through my books. And so also, like she said, please leave a review. I don't know what it is about reviews. People love to inbox me and say, hey, I'm enjoying your book. I'm like, leave a review, because reviews do matter. But again, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Angela, for having me. I appreciate you.
You are so welcome, my friend. Guys, that is our show on today. And of course, like I said, we'll be putting the information in the comment section, all of that good stuff as well. As we always say here at the cafe, guys. And before I say that, definitely stay connected with me. Follow me on my YouTube channel, Angela Anderson's YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook. I do a little TikTok from time to time there as well. But of course, guys, have an amazing day. And as I always say, have an amazing. I keep forgetting my tagline. What is up? Have an amazing day, because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. And get a copy of the Barnyard Sisters. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.